And we're back, guys. Welcome to Good Energy. This is Tennis After Dark, and Iga survives a scare. Unbelievable. This match was amazing. Now, Iga said in the post match interview, she felt she showed great ability to let people know that she can play from behind and that she can come back when she's down. And I thought she did a great job keeping her composure. Look, the conditions here are hot and muggy. A lot of people have been complaining. And these courts move very slow. These are the slowest playing hard courts on tour. But the Polish fans did make the journey from Poland. And listen, guys, that's a signature. Do you know what that means? That means Iga wins and she's headed to the round of 64. We do not want to see Iga bounced out in the first round. Let's just be honest. Iga's a big draw. She's the best in the sport. We want to see her at least make it to the round of 64. And listen, guys, coming up, her next matchup, we're going to talk about that in a minute, guys. But nonetheless, how many star players do you know literally on their way out of the arena, hearing the fans chant to come over? She stops, puts her bags down, comes over, and signs autographs. However, we have a little jerk in the building. Who's this little kid here? Now, these balls are, I mean, they're relatively light, but if you throw them at someone, then look, they're hard. And look, they can hurt someone. This kid throws the ball at Iga. Iga points up. From what I could see, he threw it very hard at her. Now, all he had to do was just drop it into her hands. He threw it as if it was intentional and deliberate. And it was to the point where Iga, she kind of stepped back because he threw it so hard. So she kind of jumped back. And look, Iga's strong. So he threw it very hard. So Iga looks up at him. She waves her hands like, like the Hulk Hogan wave with the finger, like no. And she gave him a really mean look. I'm surprised. And she still signed it. How classy is Iga? Look, Iga's pretty cool. And she still signed it and threw it back to him. But so pretty much, you look at this kid here. Um, it wasn't him, but it was the kid next to him. Once he got his ball, he left. So he was literally at this position here. He threw it down at Iga hard, and she jumped back, and she gave him a mean look and a finger wag like, no, don't do that. But ooh, Iga can be feisty, guys. But look, this is a very, very sloppy match on Iga's half. And listen, guys, I said it last year. I said, don't expect Iga to dominate the tour this year. The film is out. A lot of players are going to be making adjustments to her. And the reality here is, I felt last year, and I said this all last year, I just felt she was a step ahead of the tour. I think she really trained really hard coming off of the 21 WTA finals embarrassment. Look, I called that. I said, look, Iga's the worst player here. And I just felt she trained really hard. She got a leg up on the tour, but I think the tour is catching up. From what I've been saying, I just felt last year was the weakest top 10 I've seen. And I just felt Iga had a leg up on everyone. Now you're seeing all the top players. They're training really hard. Paula Badosa is the best shape she's in. This is the best shape Paula Badosa's ever been in. This is the best shape Coco Gauff's ever been in. Anja Bird, Jessica Pegula, Sakri, Sabalenka, you name it. And I think we're going to see a breakout year from players like Coco Gauff, trust me. But listen, the double faults, unlike Iga, just her return stats were horrible, unbelievable, guys. She could barely get the ball in play. And I've been noticing a lot. Iga's struggling to get the ball in play. Her first serve percentages are off. They're very low. And this has nothing to do with her opponent. This is her. Is she fighting some type of injury we should know about? Has the kryptonite worn off? What is going on with Iga? But listen, guys, next up, she's taking on Camila Osorio from Colombia. Now, listen, guys, I've said this time and time again. Camila Osorio's one of the toughest players I've ever seen in my life. I think she's one of the toughest players on tour. Now, a lot of people are looking at this matchup like, are you kidding me? Camila Osorio, Iga's going to dominate her. But listen, guys, I've been saying all year, tons of videos, hundreds of videos. You beat Iga by bringing her into deep waters. You have to rally with Iga. You have to put the pressure on Iga. Once Iga's 6-8 pattern play goes out the window, now you're just playing tennis, right? And the reality here is Iga does not like to go past 8 shots because she's already setting you up for her patterns to hit the winner in 8 shots or less. Once you get past 8 shots, now it's like, look, she has to improvise, and now you have the upper hand because her strategy's already failed. She didn't hit the winner in 8 shots or less. So what does that mean? Guys, Camila Osorio's a rally player. She goes 20 shots deep all the time. The matchmakers know what they're doing. This is going to be an interesting match. I love what they do at these slams. They match up. They are just so good at what they do. This is amazing. Camilla's a rally player, guys. You might think Iga's going to blow this match out. We might have an upset alert. Stay tuned. This is good energy. As night falls on the Australian Open, Iga narrowly escapes with victory, but her next opponent is a rally player. This is going to be good. Stay tuned.